We have some questions from some of the newer players regarding the bosses and what do they do. So I'm going to do a tour de Rush bosses. Size is now a member of the club. What the? You've been around a long time. Let's start with, I'll tell you what, let's see which boss comes up first here. Warlock. Okay. Warlock does a couple of things. Its main ability is it can insta-kill something on your board. It'll target something, no matter what level it is, it'll instantly kill it. You can block it by merging, but the problem is that when it targets your unit, you can no longer see it. And when you can't see it, it's hard to merge, so you have to really focus and kind of memorize your board. It also has a shield that will remove all effects, slowing effects, and everything that's on the board. Like, or trapper traps, or the bombs from Corsair and stuff like that. And then, from time to time, it will also heal a percentage of its health. It's a pretty rough boss. I'm not going against Shaman, so there's no reason to save those. So that's Warlock. There was a question about Tamer. Tamer is one of the more straightforward bosses. It doesn't really do anything other than summon monsters. It summons a handful of really small monsters behind it. Tamer's probably the easiest and most straightforward bosses to deal with. Rebecca says that she's dealing with a Gorgon right now. Gorgon depends on what deck you're playing, how hard Gorgon is. Periodically, Gorgon will drop stones on 2 units in random spots on your board, and when a unit gets covered up, it no longer can do anything. It can't attack. However, if it covers up something like Night Statue, that Night Statue still has its ability. You'll see that it still has its ability. I got to make sure I focus here and hit this. Okay, so here comes Warlock. I'm hoping to kill the Warlock. I should be able to kill it before it attacks anything, but I'm going to be ready to merge. Okay, got it. It was just starting to target that Dryad. Bedlam. Alright, so Bedlam is a tricky boss. When you're playing a deck like I'm playing, though, Bedlam's not that bad. What it does is it will periodically it'll shuffle up all of your units into random units. They'll stay at the same merge level, but they'll be random units. And the reason that it's okay with my deck is I have Summoner in my deck, so I can actually get a lot out of it if it gives me Summoners. I'm gonna save up and level that up. So that's Bedlam. Puppeteer is another boss that I've been playing a lot of Blade Dancer lately, and Puppeteer's the kiss of death for Blade Dancer. Puppeteer has 2 abilities. It's the newest boss. It just came out a month or 2 ago. And it will, first, it'll shuffle the units in a random direction, up, down, left, right, by 1 square. We gotta win. While I was explaining. And then it will curse your units, which takes them all down by 1 level. So it can be really expensive if you can't kill the Puppeteer right away. What else, what other bosses do we have? We have, I talked about Bedlam, which we didn't even get to see. Tamer, did that, Gorgon. Tribunal. So Tribunal will target half of your board and take them down 1 merge level. So the strat for Tribunal is it rounds down. So if you, let's say you have 8 units on the board, it will downgrade 4 of them. If you have 9 units on the board, it will downgrade 4 of them. So it's in your wait, no, I've got that backwards. It will do 5 of them. Sorry. It rounds up. Yeah, 5. If you have, ambitious, you're right. If you have 9 units, it'll do 5. So you want to have an even number of units. A good hack for figuring that out, if you have a whole bunch of stuff on the board, count your open spaces. If you have an odd number of open spaces, you have an even number of units. Okay? So you want to have like 3 open spaces, 1, 3, 5, something like that. Just so you don't get that extra hit. And that's I think that's all the bosses in a nutshell. And Tribunal does dash forward too. It goes quing, and it'll dash forward. It only does that one that ability once though, at the very beginning. You can kill Tribunal before. Yeah, it does round up. I got that wrong for when I said it first. Tribunal can be destroyed before it affects your units, but it's very difficult to do that. You have to kill it within like a half a second or something like that. It's pretty crazy. Okay, that's the bosses. Enjoy.